Very good morning to all. We are learn the CHO 150 course for this is the organic chemistry course for MSc first year student. Last time we learned the number of rearrangement reaction. Today's rearrangement reaction is Lorentz rearrangement reaction. What is this? It is a thermal or acid or base catalyzed conversion of hydroxamic acid. This is a hydroxamic acid and their orthoacyl or orthoaryl. If this R dash is the AR group, that is called as a orthoaryl derivatives is converted to the isocyanate. This is the isocyanate this is called as a Lorentz rearrangement reaction. What is the Lorentz rearrangement reaction? This is a thermal or acid or the base catalyzed conversion of hydroxamic acid or orthoacyl or orthoaryl derivative of the hydroxamic acid to the isocyanate, and then this isocyanate further reaction with the water molecule or the heating get converted to the amine, that is called as a Lorentz rearrangement reaction. Okay, here this isocyanate of the reaction can be isolable when the reaction is carried out. Here this is the isolable reaction. This isocyanate is isolable whenever the reaction which is carried out in presence of SOCl2, that is thiochloride or the benzene. The hydroxamic acid which can be prepared from the acyl chloride in this way, that is this acid RCOH which is treated with SOCl2, there is a formation of RCOCl, then which further react with the hydroxylamine, that is NH2OH. This is hydroxy in this amine group, that's what it's called as a hydroxylamine. Then there is a formation of RCONH. This is called as a the hydroxamic acid. This is the hydroxamic acid. By removing of what? There is a removal of hydrogen from here. Hydrogen and chlorine, there is a formation of HCl. Like this manner, here the derivative orthoacetyl hydroxamic acid are generally isolated and then rearranged is carried out by the treatment with the base. We can prepare orthoacyl hydroxamic acid like this manner, that is this acid which is reacted with RCOOH is first of all reacted with SOCl2. There is a formation of what? RCOCl. Then further it is reacted with the NH2OH. Then there is a formation of RCONHOH. Then further it is reacted with the acyl chloride, that is CH3COCl. Then there is a formation of this compound, that is RCONHOCOCH. This is the orthoacyl hydroxamic acid. Okay, and then further which on base which is reacted with the base, there is a formation of directly a product, that is RNH2. Okay, here and here this hydroxamic acid which is further converted to the isocyanate, and then there is a formation of the product. In this reaction, what happened here? these compound, that is methyl acetate compound. This compound is reacted with the NH2OH hydroxyamine. Then there is a formation of hydroxamic acid. This is on heating, there is a formation of isocyanate, and then this isocyanate, which on reaction with the water molecule, there is a formation of amine. The same reaction which can be happen if this R group contains the AR group. That is whenever aromatic acid is catalyzed, there is a formation of the same product. Okay, here the Luzon rearrangement in intramolecular and its mechanism is identical to, this is identical to the Curtius rearrangement. However, the relative difficulty in obtaining the hydroxamic acid which are used to prepare the rearrangement precursor method used, that's why here what happened here in the Luzon rearrangement, the preparation of this hydroxamic acid, which is quite difficult, this is the precursor of the conversion of the hydroxamic acid into the isocyanate. This precursor, the preparation of this precursor is quite difficult in the Luzon rearrangement reaction, and that's why here this Luzon, which is less frequently used than Curtius and the Smith rearrangement reaction. In all the reaction, there is a formation of the isocyanate, but here in the Luzon rearrangement reaction, here this is difficult to prepare this hydroxamic acid, which is a precursor of the formation of the isocyanate in the Luzon rearrangement reaction. That's why this is a less frequently used rearrangement reaction than the Curtius and the Smith rearrangement reaction. Okay, let me learn the mechanism of the formation of the isocyanate. There is a mechanism of these are same like the Curtius rearrangement reaction. Here we learn first of all the base catalyzed mechanism. Base catalyzed mechanism. In this mechanism, what happens? Whenever here this is our compound hydroxamic acid, that is RCONH, and here OG. G means what? This is G is either hydrogen, that is NH2 amide group, or COR or COAR. Okay, here this is the compound. Whenever the base is used to conversion of the isocyanate, there is a formation of what? Here this OH minus which abstract this hydrogen, and then what happen? There is a C double bond O, and here this electron is accepted by this nitrogen, that's why it becomes negative charge. Okay, and then what happened here? This negative charge is shifted to here, and then OG group is a leaving group, it get leaved, and his R is rearranged to this nitrogen, and there is a formation of what? R N double bond C double bond O. This is the isocyanate. That means in the base catalyzed reaction, what happened? This hydroxam compound, that is NHOH, it may be the OH group NHOH compound or NHO CH3 compound, like this manner. This is a hydroxamic acid compound. Whenever which is reacted with the base, then what happened here? This base which abstract this hydrogen, then this nitrogen becomes negative charge. Then this negatively charged nitrogen shift their electron to the formation of double bond between the carbon and nitrogen. At the same time, this OG group get removed and this R get rearranged to this nitrogen at the same time. There is a formation of the isocyanate. Okay, and the further reaction, this is isolabel, and that's why here by the attack of water molecule there is a formation of the amines. If you attack the any other reagent, that time there is a formation of the different product. Okay, next we are going to learn that is acid catalyzed reaction. Next one is acid catalyzed reaction. In this mechanism, in this mechanism what happened here, this is our precursor, reactive precursor, CONH OG. G means what? It may be the hydrogen COR or COAR. Okay, then whenever acid H plus is attacked to this compound, what happened? This oxygen has the lone pair, and that's why this oxygen abstract this hydrogen. Okay, and then what happened here? There is a formation of R CONH and here OHG. Here this lone pair is donated to this hydrogen. There is a formation of the positive charge on the oxygen. Okay, then what happened here? This bond between the nitrogen and the hydrogen is shifted to here for the formation of the double bond. Then this R group is rearranged to here, and that's why here this bond get removed like this manner. Okay, what happened here? The bond between nitrogen and the hydrogen get break, and this electron is shifted to the formation of carbon and nitrogen double bond. Then here this OHG group is get removed and this R group is rearranged, and then there is a formation of the isocyanide. Here there is a formation of this isocyanide. That means here in the acid catalyzed reaction and also acid catalyzed reaction and the base catalyzed reaction, our product is same, that is a isocyanide. But in case of base catalyzed reaction, the hydrogen is abstracted by this base, and here this hydrogen is of the nitrogen which is attached to the nitrogen, and in acid catalyzed reaction this acid, that is H plus ion, which abstracted by this oxygen. Okay, and the oxygen becomes positively charged, and then it get by rearranging, there is a removal of OGH group and there is a formation of the isocyanide. Okay, this is the Lawson rearrangement reaction we learned today. Here, what is the Lawson rearrangement reaction? This is a thermal or acid or the base catalyzed reaction where there is a conversion of hydroxamic acid to the isocyanide, and which on further reacted with the water molecule, there is a formation of the amines. This is called as a Lawson rearrangement reaction. Here we learn the difference between the Curtius and Lawson rearrangement reaction. Both are the same rearrangement reaction. In both cases, there is a formation of the isocyanate intermediate, that is R N double bond C double bond O. This is the intermediate which is present in both Curtius and the Lawson rearrangement reaction, and in this case there is a product also same, products are also same, that is a RNH2. Then what is the difference between that? Here in case of Curtius reaction, whenever this acid which is treated with the NaN3, that is a sodium azide, there is a formation of the acyl azide. If this is R group is there, here we consider the R group, there is a formation of RCON3. This is the reactive precursor for the conversion of this azide to the amine. Okay, in case of what? Curtius rearrangement reaction. If here this we consider this R group, then by the this is treated with the NaN3, there is a formation of RCON3, that is azide compound. It will require azide for the formation of the amine. Okay, or the formation of the isocyanate. And in case of Lawson rearrangement reaction, this acid which is treated with the hydroxylamine. Then there is a formation of the reactive precursor, that is the RCONHOH. This RCONHOH, it is a reactive precursor for the formation of the isocyanide, and then this isocyanide get converted to the amines. Okay, that means here in Curtius and Lawson rearrangement reaction, the reactive intermediates are the same, that is the isocyanide, and the product also are the same, but reactive precursors are the different. In Curtius reaction, reactive precursor is the acyl azide, and in Lawson rearrangement, the reactive precursor is the hydroxy acid. Okay, that is the what here there is a formation of hydroxamic acid. Okay, here this is a very important, always asking in your examination. Okay, and you must have to remember, that is what the difference between the Curtius and the Lawson rearrangement reaction. The mechanism of both of these reactions are the same. Okay, after the formation of the isocyanide, the further mechanisms are the same. Okay, then remember it, the difference between the Curtius and Lawson rearrangement reaction. Thank you very much for watching this lecture.